Hello, welcome to DK Bowl Chat. I'm working on a deer in spring, and I'm going to put in one more thing, and then I'm going to be moving on to oil. This is all acrylic, and I'm noticing she has a little bit of extra right here, so I'm going to probably take that out when I do oil, but that's okay. Right now I've got the basic drawing in, the basic sketch in acrylic, and I'm going to put in a tree because I see a tree on this side coming off the side, sort of framing the whole painting. So to start with, I've got burnt umber here. Plenty of burnt umber, and this tree is about yay big. Let's see if we can just go and put it in. It's not going to be vivid, so it doesn't look like it because it's not enough paint on my brush. That's what that means. I'm going to get more paint, keep going. Let's put that line in, it's kind of transparent. And I can always clean it up later. I'm just going to put the line in where it's going to go. This will be a tree, and it's in front of him, but it's blurry because it's focusing on the deer. We're focusing on the deer. So I'm going to clean up the mess I just made right there, because that's what I see when I'm doing this. I'm going to clean that off, and I'm going to continue. I do not want it to be super vivid. I do not want it to be, what am I trying to say? In focus. It's not going to be in focus. So I'm going to start putting that in again with some burnt umber here. Bigger brush. I have a 1-inch brush now. The previous brush was Spectrum, 0 Spectrum. Okay. What I want to do to make the illusion of a tree here is to paint up and down. I'm not going to go side to side. If I was to go like this, it's not going to look like a tree. I need to paint the direction of the bark, and that's what I'm going to do. There we go. And this is just burnt umber. And I realize it looks like the deer's floating. She's really not. She's going to have some leaves in front of her. And I might put in some of the shadow color of that, but I'm going to do that with oil. I think that'd be more fun with oil. Okay, almost done here. Let's just get that tree in there. The illusion of a tree. In the forest. Okay, so she's got a tree there. And I don't know if you remember or not, but what could I add to the burnt umber to make it look like black? Would be ultramarine. If I got some ultramarine and added that to it. For now, I'm going to work on blending this edge so that it doesn't look like a super vivid tree. I want it to look out of focus more so than in focus. Okay. I'm just going to get that line to move. That is where the edge of the tree is. I can clean it up a bit. And I I've showed you in other videos, the Q-tips are really good erasers. They work well to pick up paint. And they're going to work really well because the paint on here was already dry. The green was dry from previously. I don't have to worry about that being picked up unless I really rubbed on here. It was picking up a little bit, but not much. Okay, so I'm going to put that brush down and I'm going to use a new brush, same size, 1 inch, and pull through that line. There we go. I'm just going to make it look more blurry. But I will end the painting with an up and down brush stroke, like the tree is. There we go. Okay. Coming back for more paint. And then straight up and down. And another way to make this blend would be to put the background color there, which is green and white, to blend that edge a little bit. I need to get hard lines out of here. They do not need to be here. There we go. And then I'll just go up and down with the same dry brush, making the tree. The illusion of the tree, there we go. And a Q-tip. I think I can see a Q-tip in the forecast here. I'm gonna hold that. There we go. Okay, so let me get another one. And clean off anywhere that I've over painted. This will be a great beginning to put oil on and to start painting on. Whoops. And the only reason I wouldn't is if I want any of the texture in the foreground, and I am not seeing that that's going to be in the future. So what I'm going to do is call it good for now. I've got the tree in here as best I can to start with just with burnt umber. There we go. And my happy little deer, and the background, which shouldn't be in detail. And I am super excited because I'll be able to switch over to oil now, and I like oil better anyway. And see a hard line right there. I need to make that move. Now we'll go over this with oil paint. So I am so glad you joined me today, and I hope to have you join me in the next video, where I will be starting with oil on this painting. And I'm gonna fix her little, that'd be her chest area right in there, and make the white part come up a bit. But yeah, I can do all of that with white, or with oil. Anyway, I am so glad you joined me, and please subscribe to DK Bowl Chat, and God bless you. I'll see you next time.